Grandma's Kitchen.
There's a fiddle tune and a wooden spoon while she's stirring and singing. There's friends leaving or family land, and then the phone's usually ringing. No matter who you are or what you've done, everything's forgiven.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God. Grandma's Kitchen. And ain't it good to be in Grandma's Kitchen?
Grandma's Kitchen.
Yee-hoo! Hello everyone, it's Mary Janet here from Tunes and Wooden Spoons. I'm just a little on the slow side today, of course, with my little bit of technology, but it's going okay, so hopefully it'll stay good. How is everybody today? I hope you've had a wonderful week as I did. And today I have just three of the sweetest boys in the world with me. 12-year-old Aiden is downstairs with his little brother, 5-year-old Ivor, and they're keeping themselves busy. And little Asher, I'm sure you'll see him in a little while. He's napping again, and so he'll probably join us maybe when he'll be awake by the time I go to have tea. So we've got to get on the move here so that everything will work out. So today we're making Cecil's mother, late mother, Marie, my darling mother-in-law, her lemon pie from scratch. And I made it earlier this week, and it's a really tart, lemony flavor that you're going to get from this pie filling, and I hope you like that. So it takes a half a cup of lemon juice. So if you wanted a little less tart than a normal pie filling that you buy in the store, maybe you'd put a little less than a half a cup in. But anyway, I love it. It's just got that great zing in it from the lemons. But before I go on, I just want to say a couple of things about this past week. I had a call from my son Gordy and his girlfriend Amy, and they were out in BC, and they were invited to a cousin of Amy's, a first cousin, I think, to her mom, Kathy, out there in Edmonton. And Gordy told me the name of the place, and I think it was Summerland. But Ron and Karen Denslow, Karen, I guess, is following every week, but they had Gordy and Amy over for dinner one night, and she surprised them with the lemon squares that we made a couple of weeks ago. So that was really sweet. So Karen, if you're watching today, which sounds like you usually are watching, thank you so much for looking after my son and, of course, his lovely girlfriend, Amy. They were just treated to the best evening, and so that was really special. So thank you for that. And also going on in my life this past week, I forgot to mention last Sunday, of all things, I'm always mentioning birthdays, but my, hi Ivor, come on over if you want. But anyway, our twin daughters celebrated their 40th birthday this week, and they had different birthdays. They were born before and after midnight. So anyway, they had a great celebration this weekend, and so we love Kelly and Krista, and they had a wonderful time celebrating 40 years. It's hard to believe that they're 40. It doesn't seem that long to me. And one more thing I'd like to say. Well, actually, I have a couple more things to say. 1 minute, darling. I had a great visit from some people from Sydney. Valerie McGinnis and her husband, Danny. Thank you for dropping by. And along with them was another couple, Stephen and Helen Joseph. They were just overnight accommodations here in Port Hood, and they thought that they would give a dingle to see if I could have a visitor. So the four of them came. We spent a lovely hour. They both watch Tunes and Wooden Spoons from time to time. So it was so nice to meet them. And it's just like I'm meeting some of you, and it's so special to have all of these friends that are friends on Facebook, but to meet in person. And we didn't even have a cup of tea because they were after having breakfast at our lovely little breakfast shop, Sandini's, up in Harborview. And last but not least, I just want to remind anybody again who wants to have a great time coming to Inverness County, sandytraveltours.ca. They go to their website, sandytraveltours.ca, and you will be treated, if you decide to go with them, to a great Inverness County tour in a couple of weeks on a beautiful coach bus with Ron McCacken from Hawthorne right here in Port Hood. I'll be joining him on the Friday night for sure at a little Kaylee at his house. He'll have great entertainment. So I hope that you take that in if you can at all. It would be nice. I'd love to meet some of you if you decide to go. And he's going to take you through the music and the stories and the culture and the scenes of beautiful Inverness County. And I hope you take a second thought on that and just do it. Go to the website and do it. So, okay, let's get going on this. That CD that was playing, that was Dawn and Margie that were entertaining with us just not so long ago. So let's get on with this lemon pie filling. So the first things, we have to prep everything before we actually get to the pot. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, the recipe's up there, but you're going to need 3 eggs separated. So put your egg whites in a nice deep narrow bowl, and your egg yolks in a small bowl like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Try not to break those yolks. That'll ruin your egg whites. Okay. Here we go. And these egg whites, of course, will be your meringue. Okay. I forgot to wash my hands. I'll do a quick wash right now. And I want you to preheat your oven to 400, just so it's ready. Preheat it to 400. I forgot to tell you that. And I hope you all have made your pie crust, because we're not doing pie crust today. I did a little, when I was making my pie crust earlier today, I made a little video. I was thinking of you guys and was thinking, gosh, I wonder if there's people that are having trouble finding my pastry recipe on my website, because it's on, the pastry is on with the butterscotch pie and pastry. So anyway, I took a little video when I was making it today while little Asher was having a nap. And cooked it so it's nice and cooled. So anyway, I'm just going to mix up the egg yolks, just very little. Just mix them up and have them ready. Okay, and I'm going to put this aside. I'm actually going to set it in the sink, because that's where I'm going to be beating my egg. I always try to, when I'm using my electric beater, I want to have it in a bowl here, right in the sink. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because that might be too loud. Okay. Okay, I hope the internet is working fine. There's a little message there. I'm sure Tammy will text me if it's not. Okay, so that's ready. And now we're going to juice our lemons. Now I have 2 lemons here in room temperature. I rolled them. Someone suggested rolling them to get more juice, or putting them in warm water. I've done everything. So when I made the lemon pie earlier this week, I found that 1 full lemon and a half was about a half a cup. So see what happens for you. Cut them in half. And do not worry if there's a little pulp gets in there. That's not going to hurt it at all. I'm just going to use this juicer that Tammy got me, and you know from where. So I'm going to put it in like that. Okay. I may only need 1 lemon, nice and juicy. A little bit more. Hi, Ivor. No, they can't see you, darling.
No, they will.
I didn't see you at all. You were quiet as a mouse. Okay.
I wanted to scare you.
Did you? Do you want to come over here and say hello to everybody? No? Okay. You're going to be nice and quiet for Grandma, okay? So there's a half a cup of lemon juice. And we're just going to leave that because you don't add that until this is nice and thickened, okay? So now we're ready for the next part. We're going to put in our saucepan, which we're going to have on medium to high heat, but we're not going to put it on there. But if you have an electric stove, you might want to get it up there. 7 tablespoons of cornstarch. Oh yes, turn your kettle on. I forgot to tell you that. You don't need boiling water. If you've got, our hot water tank is turned down somewhat, so our hot water out of our tap it's hot, but it's not scalding hot like some people's is. So you're going to need some hot water. And so I boiled my kettle before, and that's hot enough. And I'm going to turn my other water off because I don't need it right now. And now we're going to need 1.5 cups of white sugar. So I'm going to use a 1/2 cup measure. A 1/2 cup. That's 1 cup. 1.5, okay? And as well, my mother-in-law says I also need 6 tablespoons of white sugar over and above the 1.5. I'm not changing any recipe. I'm doing it the way she has it down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And you're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to take a gamble. All right. And we're going to stir that around. or you can whisk it around, whatever works for you. I couldn't get over how easy this was when I made it, because it was the first time I made it. I never made it before. I always used the package of lemon pie filling because it was just, I thought, easy, but seriously, this was so easy. And I couldn't get over the difference in the taste. It was so tangy. It like real nice and lemony. And you know what? It makes enough that, remember the lemon squares we made? We could definitely use it in that as well. Okay, that's nicely mixed. No lumps, no evidence off the cornstarch. Everything is nicely mixed. So no lemons are going to go in this until the very end. Okay, we're going to add the hot water. Now, the hottest tap water that you have, or if you've had, you don't need boiling water, but I boiled my kettle, and I'm so sorry that I didn't tell you that. I didn't put a note on there to myself, so I forgot. But you're going to need 1.5, I think it is. No, where are you? 1.5 cups of hot water. 1.5 cups of hot water. All right. Hi, sweetie. Be careful of the cords. Okay. 1.5 cups of hot water. No, just leave him for now, okay? I'll run and get him when I put this in the oven, okay? It's great to have company. All right, pour that in. And just stir it until there's no lumps. Don't turn your stove on unless you have an electric stove and it's on. That's getting ready on another burner. I have to stop looking at my computer and look at you. Okay, it's nice and smooth. And so it says, cook over medium-high heat, stirring constantly until thick. Now this doesn't take very long, so I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to stir constantly. Would you ask Aiden to go and talk to little Asher and give him a couple of toys?
Can I?
No, you get Aiden. Don't take him out of this crib. If he'll see me, he'll want to come with me. Such a precious baby, honest to God. There's nothing nicer in the world than grandchildren. There we go. I can hear the music. Can you hear the music in the background? I'm hearing that tune again. And I can hear, in my lighter days, I danced on that CD, and you can hear my feet dancing. So you're just going to stir this constantly until it's thickened. Thanks, Aiden. Good to have big brothers. I was trying to keep him up so that he would be asleep during this first part, and he was just so tired. I had to put him down. Poor little fella. it's nice to feel when the sugar, you can tell the sugar is all nicely melted and it's nice and smooth. My mother used to make his. Yes, you can, dear. And you all preheated your oven if you're baking along with me. I'll shortly look at your comments. So this will get really thick like a pudding. But what I was going to say is my mother used to make me, after school, a thing called cornstarch pudding. And I have no idea. She just called it cornstarch pudding. I'd say basically a vanilla. It must be in like a vanilla pudding or something, but that's what she called it, cornstarch pudding. This reminds me of it here because that's the color. It's almost getting translucent right now. I wish I had one of those cameras where I could show you inside the pot. But when it's thick, I will show it to you, okay? Another thing that's happening this week, it started already on Friday, but Kitchen Fest, if you're all over Cape Breton Island, it's put on by the Gaelic College, and they have staff there that are looking after Kitchen Fest, so it's similar like in some ways to Celtic Colors, where the venues are all over the island, and it's all local musicians, Celtic musicians. So some of the places you have to have tickets, other places you can just land at the door. So in Port Hood this week there are 3 events, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at our Admiral Tavern. And it's from 6 until 9, and I can't wait. I am going to be there. And great entertainers. And I just so looking forward to that. There's singers and guitarists and pipers and the very best. All right. This is starting to bubble. Okay, this is almost thick. Hi, Asher. Oh dear. Oh dear. Trouble in the Bronx. Hi, baby. You'll see him in a few minutes. Okay, so that's nice and thick right now. I'm just going to hold it off the heat. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Turn the heat off. Can you see that? Let's see if I can show you what it looks like. All right. Now, what you're going to do, those 3 egg yolks, you're going to add some of the hot liquid into the egg yolks, okay? There now. And just mix that up a little bit. Otherwise, the egg yolks would cook if you put them right into the hot. We're adding and introducing some hot. I'll take them in front of the camera after because I'm not ready just yet. I'm going to get it in the oven. So a couple of times you'd put that, the hot liquid right into the egg yolks. And now put the whole thing in your pot. Okay, and mix that up. It's starting to look like lemon. And if you have, and if you mind, there's those little white pieces off from the eggs is in there. You can certainly lift that out. I don't bother. It'll be cooked. There's no big deal. So now I think you're going to put this back on over low to medium low for 6 minutes. And after this is all stirred for those 6 minutes, we're going to add the lemon, and that's when the magic happens. So I hope you're making it along with me. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, Ivor. So when this is done, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to it at first. And mix up the 2 tablespoons of butter in the hot liquid. And then you're going to add your 1/2 cup of lemon juice. And it's really going to be hard to not taste test it. Yeah, try to be nice and quiet for Grandma, Ivor. Okay? Thank you. Don't do that. Be nice. Hi, Asher. There now. No fighting those 2 older boys. Sometimes they tend to be in competition. It's a long 6 minutes. I'm actually going to turn this down some because the propane stove, it tends to run high. Ivor, do you want to do me a favor? Do you want to find those yummy crackers for the baby? They're in that box over there. Don't trip on the cords. Right on the tray there. Let me see. Those. Bring them over to Grandma. Thank you. You're going to give him this little piece. Thanks, hon. It's okay, Aiden. It's getting really nice and thick, but it's going to be a lot more juicy than this once you add the lemon juice to it. He's probably wondering, why isn't she coming over here and picking me up? Because we do snuggle when he has his little rest. Don't we, Asher? Yeah. It's okay. It was either not make the lemon pie or make the lemon pie and you guys babysit with me. So I figured you would rather do that because this is life and this is the way things are. And this is my Sunday afternoon besides baking. I love to look after any grandchildren that can come my way. I'm here. We've got 2 more minutes. Our oven is preheated too. Oh, there's my 1 minute warning. 1 more minute. We're almost there. Yes, darling. Here, I'll give you another piece right here. Thank you. Ivor's being very careful that he doesn't go in front of the camera. But I think it would be fine if you came over here with Grandma. Do you want to? It's okay. All right, people. It's just about there. It's okay, sweetheart. I can clean it up after. All right. So now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of nice soft butter. Mm-hmm. Sure. I'm trying to think of what I can get you to help me with. So put your 2 tablespoons of butter in and mix that up until it's nice and melted. It looks lemony already because of the egg yolks, doesn't it? Okay, and now the magic, the 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Okay. So very liquidy, just mix, mix, mix. It's coming together, people, really nicely. Oh my gosh, is there anything better? It's a shame for those who don't like lemon because this is so good. Okay, so there it is, folks. So I'm going to put that right in here in my 9-inch pie crust. And really, I was thinking afterwards you could probably use an 8-inch pie shell too. Would be just fine. And I'm pouring it hot right into the cooled shell. And I'll tell you the reason for that in a minute. And just even that out. Oh yeah. That is so good. All right, where am I going to put this? I'm in cramped quarters here. So I'm going to put this up here. Now, let me see if I can bring you this way a little bit. Okay. So in here, I have my 3 egg whites. Does he want another piece of a cracker? There's 1 piece left. Thank you, darling. Now, you're going to put a little sprinkle. I don't know if it says how much cream of tartar. It might. 1/4 teaspoon. So that's a little bit. And put it right in. I'm just going to shake it in. Okay. And I'm going to have 1/4 cup of white sugar ready, okay? So I'm going to have a 1/4 cup ready to go. And I have my egg beater ready to go. And my oven is ready to go. So I'm going to make some noise, people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beat this until it's foamy with the cream and tartar. Then I am going to put my egg beater on high, and I'm going to slowly, little bit at a time, add all the sugar until it's nice and peaky, okay? Add the sugar. So I think that's ready, right? Looks good. All right. Now, oh gosh, I got so many cords. I am going to spoon this. I'm almost ready, Asher. Okay. I'm going to spoon this onto my pie. And just when you spoon it on, just make little peaks as you're going along. Now we're going to put this in the oven for probably 5 minutes. Just watch it until it's the brownness that you like for meringue. Some people like an all over brown and might put it in at a lower temperature. Okay, Ivor, Can you just be really still for 2 more minutes? Okay, thank you. And put the remainder in the middle. And I just take the bottom off the spoon and lift it up. Okay, folks, if you're doing this with me, I hope yours looks like mine. I'm going to put it in the oven. And I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. Well, actually, I set it for 6. Okay, I'll have Asher. I can't go too far because of this. Hi, baby boy. Look at this handsome boy. Asher, can you look there? What's that? Huh? Grandma's going to go, X marks the spot. Hi. Any smiles? Isn't he just a beautiful boy? He's 10 months old. And almost 11 months old, is he? And his older brother is Ivor. And Ivor starts school this week in grade primary. That's going to be special. And going to school with masks. It's a different world. But we have to go on. Asher? Asher. Will I do X marks the spot? Yeah. X marks the spot. Circle and a dot. Dribble up. Any smiles? No smiles today. Huh? What? What are you seeing? Huh? Oh, don't do that. He'll repeat things now. Huh? What do you want? Don't do that, darling. Okay? Thank you. That's good. I'm going to turn my teapot on. I just remembered that. My water was boiling so that I can have tea with you. And I saved a piece of pie from this week. Yeah. Do you see that cookie? That cracker? Do you want that cracker? Here we go. That's a big cracker, but it's a baby cracker. He has 5 teeth, I think, or 6. Can I have any kisses today? Huh? Oh, no screaming. That's not nice. No, thank you. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. He just found his voice this week and started this little screaming. And of course, if you laugh, he thinks that that's the right thing to do, right? Yeah. Is that a good cracker? There we go. So I have no live music this week, people. So I'll have to turn Dawn and Margie back on. See if I can get that on here. There. Hi, sweetie. There. You like that music? So anyway, let's see now. There now, my water is boiling. I am going to set my tea. There's 3 minutes left. I have to put the teapot on low. Cecil's gone to the races again. His regular Sunday afternoon until there's no more races in Inverness. And next week we are going to be making just such a nice dessert that you can serve in big squares or in small squares just for a small bite. You know, say, you know, an inch and a half by an inch and a half, which is just fine. Or, you know, a nice big 2 by 2 slice. Probably the most delicious recipe. They're cheesecake brownies, so they've got a brownie bottom and a cheesecake, kind of a marbly cheesecake top. And really, really delicious, but it takes a lot of ingredients. So I'm going to share what you're going to need very shortly. And next Sunday, of course, is a sponsored show. So my sponsor or my partner for that show is Baysel. So this particular recipe they picked, and I will be challenging all of you to enjoy baking with Baysel plant-based bricks. So I'll tell you all about that in a minute when we sit down. Oh, let me see. It's perfect. Okay, little boy, I'm going to put you down. There we go. Yes, dear.
First, can you get me a granola bar?
Okay. So there, that was 6 minutes for your meringue, if you like it that color. And I'm just going to put it here to cool.
Then where's my granola bar?
You just hold on a second. I'm going to take you with me. I'm trying to get you sorted, people. I'm going to pour my tea. Okay, little darling. Okay. Sorry, guys. I will be with you. I'm going to make my way around this table with the baby. Here, Asher, you come with Grandma? Can I see that? Come, Grandma. There we go. Okay. I'm getting there. You have a seat in here, Asher. You want that to play with? Okay, there you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I used to be a lot more swift than this. Well, I was looking after little ones. Can you pass me that, Ivor?
What?
The light? Yes. Thank you. Don't trip on it.
Grandma, I don't see any granola bars.
They're there.
Oh, I see them. Are they chocolate?
Yes, they are. And they're nut free. Okay, people. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for sharing my Sunday afternoon. This is so... Hi, Asher. Hi. Here. You want to play with that? What's that? So anyway, I can't stay very long. This little man needs my loving. And there you go. What's in there? There we go. That should keep his attention for 5 minutes. But anyway, I have my tea here. I have it in my china cup. And I have a precious piece of lemon pie. Not the hot lemon pie. Another lemon pie that I made earlier. There is really no comparison. I will never make another lemon pie from the filling. It doesn't hit you till after you kind of swallow it. You get that really a big surge of lemon. It's delicious. So I have to have one more bite, and I'm going to tell you about the cheesecake brownies. So the base is a brownie, a really decadent brownie. It's got chocolate chips in it. It's got cocoa. And it has 1 cup of this new product that Basel have put out, which is similar to butter, and it replaces butter, and it's got less trans fats and all of that. But it is, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, and it's plant-based. and it's in a brick, in with your butter in the grocery store. You're going to need 1 cup of that, and it melts and acts just like butter. So you're going to need 1 cup of that, and the chocolate chips and cocoa. You're going to need lots of eggs. I think there's 5 eggs in total that we'll need between the top and the bottom. And you're going to need white sugar and brown sugar. And you're going to need 2 bricks of cream cheese, and vanilla, and white sugar that goes into the topping. And that's basically it, but it is delicious. If you love cheesecake, you're going to love this. If you love cheesecake and brownies and anything chocolate, you're going to love it. Ivor, can you pick up that thing on the floor that he wants? So anyway, I better have a sip of tea here. I'm dying for tea after that piece of lemon. So good. Thank you, Ivor. Yeah, he was looking for that and for the little crackers. And I make them in a 9-inch square pan, but you could put them in a 9-inch springform pan. But the reason I make it in the square pan is that so that I can line it all up with parchment paper, and after it cools, you can actually lift it right out, instead of trying to sometimes fight with your springform pan along the sides, unless you want to put parchment paper around in a circle. Depends on how you want it served. But they are so delicious. And you don't want to have them after a meal. You want to have this with tea, where you don't have to worry about not having room for dessert. Okay, well, I'm going to sign out, people. Don't forget to look up the sandytraveltours.ca, and maybe I'll see you on the Friday night if you venture down. And time for me to part ways with you, and we'll say goodbye. Can you say goodbye to everybody, Asher? Asher, can you say goodbye to everybody? Say bye-bye. Are you going to say bye-bye? Okay, you're going to come with Grandma. All right, here you go. You can have that. All right, people, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next Sunday. And just remember to love everybody. And I love you all.